Please welcome living proof that Jews run Hollywood, Jeffrey Ross.
For PETA, right? People who eat and torture animals, right? No? We're not here to talk about your career, Pam. We're here to talk about your pussy. Tommy Lee, Kid Rock, Bret Michaels. Don't you ever fuck anybody with talent, right? You got plastic tits and a tin ear. You're fucking your way to the middle. You could marry royalty. You're fucking Marcus Schenkenberg? Who? Exactly. He's a seat filler. Pam, just for the record, I think it's kind of hypocritical that you care so much about animal rights since you've been torturing your own beaver for years. We've all seen the video with Tommy Lee. Folks, I'm not saying Pam's vagina is as big as the Lincoln Tunnel. I'm saying it's bigger. It opened wider than Revenge of the Sith. You gotta go to MapQuest to find her G-spot. Is it true that they give free donkey rides to the bottom? Tommy Lee's cock is so big it has an elbow. Once a year it sheds its foreskin. Tommy Lee's cock is bigger than David Hasselhoff is in Germany. But Pam, you're sexier than ever. You really are. You are. That's what this is about. Pam, it's really been fun roasting somebody who doesn't get any of the jokes. You seem very sweet and a good sport, and if you really want to do something for charity, you'll give me a hug right now. Will you?
Hey, Pam, Dave Spade, sorry I couldn't be there. I'm videotaping this, if you haven't figured that out already. Glad to see Tommy Lee's here tonight. Apparently PETA stands for People with Extraordinary Tolerance for Assholes. Yeah, that works. Listen, all kidding aside, Tommy Lee has a huge cock. Last time you fucked him, my ribs hurt for a week. Way up here. You know, you have two boys with him, and sweet kids, I've met them. They must love having you for a mom. I'm sure their friends like to come over for MILF and cookies. Another advantage of being your kid is that when they go to school, they can say, oh yeah, my dad can beat up your dad with his dick. Anyway, I'm kidding. I'm not sure who you're boning at press time, but I wish you well with him. Sorry I couldn't be there, but they're not even paying scale this year. Bye, honey.
Actually, unfortunately, I'm being told Andy Dick could not be with us tonight. And in his place, longtime Pamela Anderson plastic surgeon, Dr. Fernando Short Cream.
Hello, testing. Good evening. My name is Dr. Fernando T. Short Cream. And for the last 15 years, I've been the plastic surgeon assigned to Pamela Anderson's breasts. You're welcome. I want to apologize, Pam, right away because I was brought here to actually rip you a new one, since we all know that Tommy ripped the old one. Seriously. You know, I'll never forget the time Pam came to my office and said that she wanted me to remove her asshole. I said, okay. You married him, okay? I'm a doctor, not a divorce lawyer. There's been a lot of jokes tonight about Pamela Anderson's breasts, okay? But as her breasts creator, I'd like to point out that they're quite stable. They really are very, very well engineered, okay? These boobs, these are my creation. These are my creation. And by the way, this is an excellent hand exercise. You see how they point straight ahead, a little up? Like they're gonna take out the Hubble telescope. This is all me, all me. You could place a glass of wine on one, and I could personally jump on the other, and the wine would not spill. No, seriously, you guys, seriously, don't worry. She can't feel any of this. She can't feel. Hang on, medical emergency. Out of my way, I am a doctor. I'm a doctor. Out of my way.
If Anna Nicole Smith played the guitar, our next presenter would be getting quite a run for her money. She's here tonight on loan from the LA County Sheriff's Department. The fact that she has chosen to attend this event is further proof that she is a danger to both herself and others, but don't worry, she slipped herself a roofie before the show. It should be fine. Maybe not. Cover your heads, hide the mic stands for Courtney Love.
I'm not really a comic, you know, I'm a smoker. I've been clean and sober for a fucking year, so all these drug jokes are, you know, retarded. Jokes. I'm wondering why am I here? Why am I here? And it was just a nice change from the usual sort of, you know, where am I? You know, last year when I was being carted off to Bellevue, I was sort of above myself, looking down, and all I could think looking on the gurney was, Pam would look so much better in this straitjacket than me. I mean, me and Pam both have really wild reputations. As a matter of fact, last week I was handcuffed, I was maced, I was locked in a cell, I was sodomized without a condom, and just my luck, I lost the guy's number. So, okay, I mean, I don't know that this is true, but, you know, it's been said on television, it's been said in Rolling Stone, and it's about both of us. You know, apparently me and Pam both have a reputation for being the best fucks in the entire world, because we give it all. The only difference is Pam's the girl that you want to fuck and tell all your friends about, and I'm the girl that you want to fuck and you refuse to tell any of your friends about, and then go see the doctor. And Pam's my real friend. This isn't like a joke roast. Like, I'm here giving my rock cred, all right? My, like, knock on wood, never had a bad review, rock cred to Pam Anderson because I actually totally love her. And we are really, really close. And Pam and I have our differences. She falls in love with musicians. I fall in love with good musicians. But no matter how much we disagree, I can't stay mad at her. The other day, she sat on my sunglasses and she broke them. But it was my fault. I was wearing them at the time. And when it comes to drugs, you know, me and Pam are total opposites. I have to pay for mine. Okay, here's something you don't know about Pam Anderson. Her father was actually like Manson level. He had an IQ of 160. He also had big, huge man tits. And I mean, you can figure out what she inherited, right? Pam, the truth is I love you really a lot. And I really do. And I want to protect you from all these evil fucking like stand-up guys that are trying to make their goddamn name make you fun of you. Fuck them. You know my favorite thing about you is, other than your tits and your ass, your thighs, your cheeks, your teeth, your hair, you're so fucking real. I love you, Pamela. I really do. All right, that was my comedy fucking debut. Satan.
Courtney has asked me to invite everyone to the intervention after the show. Well, I hope that's not true, because if you're not on drugs, you got problems.
I know.
Our next performer is where I put my penis when I'm thinking about Pamela Anderson. She is one of only 2 people in this room who have given me a blowjob. That's right, I'm talking to you, Carolla. She is one of the hairiest women on the planet. She is the Zira to my Cornelius. Please say hello to the apple of my eye and the plum in my anus, Sarah Silverman.
Talk about the woman of the hour, Pam Anderson. Wow. Now, I don't really know Pam personally, but I'll never forget the first time I saw her asshole. I knew she had that special something. I couldn't put my finger in it. She's gorgeous, of course, you know, but even she'll admit that it takes work, you know? I mean, she literally spends hours primping and waxing and bleaching, but enough about her asshole. Let's talk about, say, her vagina. It's the only way you can tell a woman's true hair color. And lucky for you, I actually caught a glimpse of it backstage while she was changing. And her true hair color, totally bald. You know, a lot of people say, oh, Pam Anderson wouldn't be anyone without her tits. I mean, that's just not true. It's not true. She'd be Paris Hilton. But we're here for Pam, who is an amazing, special, gorgeous, and kind person who's only here because of a huge donation that Comedy Central agreed to give to Pt.2, where she works. And she's amazing, especially her work with the one-eyed trouser snake, which she did a few years ago. She actually, she made a video, actually, where she cradled it in her arms and actually nursed it back to life with her mouth. All that, and she still has time to suck Tommy Lee's cock on a yacht in St. Bart's.
What can you say about our next presenter that hasn't already been said? The vein in his penis is bigger than my penis. If you've ever fucked Pamela Anderson and didn't feel a thing, he is the man to thank. Here he is, Tommy Lee.
Can I get a big hell yeah for Pamela? Hi, baby. Mwah.
Okay, now for the real reason I came here tonight. To honor my beautiful, talented, compassionate, blonde ex-wife. Unfortunately, Heather Locklear couldn't be here tonight. So let's make fun of Pamela instead, okay? This is actually a special time for Pam to be here because she just turned 38 and her tits just turned 14. Pam, I'll always remember the very first time that we met It was at a club in Los Angeles. You spotted me from across the room. You walked up to me and you said those magical 5 words. I will fuck any drummer. Pam and I shared one of history's greatest romances. It's like that book. Who am I kidding? I've never read a book. I can barely read my fucking tattoos. Well, you can't imagine what it's like coming home to Pam every night. I mean, unless you own an inflatable doll that nags and pays for your piercings. Pam is the sweetest person alive. I mean, look how much she loves animals. The closest thing I've ever seen her come to animal cruelty was the time she shaved her pussy. She's always doing cool stuff to spice up our love life, like the trapeze she installed in our bedroom. To this day, I cannot go to a circus without getting a boner. Pam, we've had our ups and downs, mostly in bed, but I'll make you a deal tonight, okay? I'll forgive you for Kid Rock if you forgive me for the stripper in Detroit, the twins in Grand Rapids, the blonde from the House of Blues, the brunette from the House of Blues, and the redhead I'm meeting later tonight. Pam, before I leave, I just wanted to say you've always been there for me, and your spirit and kindness is an inspiration to me. Like I said 500,000 times and on that damn sex tape, I fucking love you, baby.
Our final roaster tonight has a one-woman show about divorce, dieting, and dating black people by choice, not because she has to, because she's fat. It is called I Would Rather Suck My Grandfather's Balls Than Watch It. She is the reason why Italian men beat their wives. Please welcome Lisa Lampanelli.
We're here tonight to celebrate the career of the most famous woman in the world, Pamela Anderson. Pam Anderson is a legend. She has dated Scott Baio, the singer from Poison, and the drummer from Motley Crue. Her life story should be a show on VH1 called I Fucked the 80s. Pam, you are all woman, but how did you physically have sex with Tommy Lee? He has a huge schlong. If he put that thing in front of my face, I wouldn't know whether I should suck it or feed it a peanut. But I'm gonna be honest, I'm sitting up here tonight and I'm not comfortable with all these people taking shots at Pam Anderson. We on this dais are no one to make fun of this woman. I ask you, can any of you done what she's done? No! But all jokes aside, Pam, seriously, I'd like to thank you for giving me the opportunity to make fun of you tonight. I think the reason the world loves you so much is that you're beautiful and famous, yet you still treat everyone you meet with kindness and respect. As a woman not nearly as famous or as beautiful, let me say from the bottom of my heart, knock it off, bitch. You're making me look like a foul-mouthed cunt. Thank you, guys.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, a woman who has endured an enormous amount of abuse tonight, all to support her favorite charity. She has been working with PETA since 1989, the day her gynecologist discovered a family of spotted owls living in her enormous vagina. In all honesty, she's a real sport, and God bless her, she really knows how to suck a penis. Please welcome our guest of honor, the one and only Pamela Anderson.
I have to set the record straight, though. For the record, I do have a tight pussy. Right, Tommy? Okay, first of all, I want to thank Jimmy Kimmel for hosting. He's been great. Yes, he's been so great. But then again, as a member of PETA, I love anything with beady eyes that can be trained to shit in a box. As you can imagine, it's been very uncomfortable up here for me, at least these last 90 minutes, because this is actually the longest I've ever been in clothes. There's been a lot of talk about all the guys I've had sex with, a lot of whom couldn't be here tonight because the Staples Center wasn't available. Oh, my boobs are so out there. We have all heard all night how Tommy's well endowed, but he's also very charming. Yes, Tommy, I remember when we met, you had the best pickup line. You said, I'm very well endowed and charming. I remember the first time I saw Tommy's penis, I was speechless until my throat healed. Tommy, you and I were together for 3 years, and through it all, I can honestly say those were the happiest years of your life. Okay, I've had a great time tonight, but I have to say the reason I went through this was to benefit the PETA organization. I want to thank them for all their incredible work, and I want to thank everyone here tonight. And none of this would have been possible without my 2 dear friends, Poncho and Lefty.